Kablamo. Welcome in, guys. Good to have you guys in here. We got a good show today. Where's DJ? DJ's here somewhere.
What up?
He's in here somewhere. We have some other cool peeps in here. You know what? Can I do 4-screen? What happens when I hit the 4-screen right now?
4-screen?
4-screen.
Oh!
Didn't even get the echo. Oh, God.
We got 2 people in here. Trucker Mattsy's here. He's a part of everything this weekend. Deal with it. You haven't seen Farm Sim News
trick
yet.
Photography there.
Oh yeah, we're the same person. We're the same person.
We might have been an interesting intro on Farm Sim News today. You guys should check that out maybe after the stream, of course. But of course, yeah, we've got Tnt Modding. We've got Trucker Matsy, myself, and DJ again tonight. We're going to be chatting about all sorts of stuff going on this week. It's a lot of stuff going on, guys. Oh man, look at all the notifications here. What's going on here? What is going on over there?
I guess I forgot my shades.
Oh, I can. I can pronounce this one. It is hi, and they're gone. Trucker, how do you say goodbye to people?
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, it sounds like Trucker. All right. Well, do we need to do our intro, DJ? I think it's intro, isn't it?
Oh, love the intro. That's my favorite part of the show.
Oh, this is the worst part of the show.
You guys know how it is, right? It is the way we work things around here. But welcome, and you guys know where you can find us now. I think this is what, 7th, 8th week we've done this.
How did we manage to just keep doing this?
I don't know. It's kind of fun. I mean, I'm having a good time.
Let's do it again.
On Facebook, you can find us on Twitter, you can find us on Twitch, you can find us on all that fun stuff. You can find the links, well, right down below, right on my screen right now. So join us there, guys. But is it time? Should we just go with it? I guess.
Do it. Do it.
I think it's time. I don't know how to do this now. How do I do this?
Do it. Sim Show.
I never get sick of that.
How can you? That's like the best thing ever.
That's awful.
I think you should never record a music for that. Always do it live like that. That's what makes it perfect.
I'm never gonna get sick of it.
That's not live. That was recorded. Like,
oh, was it?
It was recorded.
Yeah, it was. That's even better.
Oh, I'm never gonna get sick of that. Oh, man, so good. So we're going to talk with Tnt Modding about several of his maps today. What else big story might be happening this week, DJ?
OxygenDavid and Giants Software.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was the biggest on the poll that I put out. That was definitely the most requested information, or the biggest story of the week.
So
it's kind of funny. Go ahead.
I would say we have reached out to hopefully get a little bit of clarity, at least from one side of things. And maybe soon we may be able to reach out and get clarity from a different side. See what happens there. How much trouble I can get in.
It's all good. Trucker Matsy, what do you got to say for yourself over there with the glasses on?
I'm just chilling, hanging out, you know.
Okay. Guys, if you haven't met Trucker Matsy before, well, this is Trucker Matsy, the best laugh in Farm Sim. Link for his channels down in the description. Him and DJ are hanging out. In fact, if you look in DJ's screen right now,
he's right there.
He's right there. Right, literally behind him. So that's always fun. Oh, good to see you guys. All right, well, let's should we dig in?
Let's dig in? Hi, Trucker Matsy.
Bye, buddy. We'll see you soon, Trucker.
All right. First off, Tnt Modding is the creator of Blue Mountain Valley. He is also the creator of Bucks County, one of my personal favorite mods, and definitely, like, I mean, it's at the top of top 5 for Farm Sim 19. I'm just waiting for the new update. Still in testing. And also the creator of the new map that we received, Eureka Farms, as well as maybe some others as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Tnt Modding.
I need like an applause button. That's what I need, man.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I need that. I definitely need that. Yeah,
I don't know if my stuff transfers through, does it?
No, I don't think it does. I know. Thanks, Thomas. Oh man, yeah. So Tnt, Bucks County. Yes. So how long was that map in development for?
So that one took me about 6 months or so. And all my maps were released on PC prior to ModHub. And that was the one I wanted to get out on ModHub originally. But because of the stuff I was using with mods in the map, it wouldn't go through. So I kind of put it on the back burner and then started a couple other projects like Blue Mountain and stuff to get them out there. And then once I was able to get my name into ModHub and get familiar with them and them get familiar with me, I went back to Bucks and got that cleaned up and hopefully what they were looking for, and it worked. Pushed it through. So
now I made a video at one point saying why Blue Mountain, actually it was a live stream, why Blue Mountain Valley is the best map on ModHub. And there's a reason for that. Because you released modded equipment for console players, all platforms at the end of the day, but console players had access on Blue Mountain Valley to equipment they'd never seen before. Equipment that was more modded than my modded equipment on PC was.
Yeah,
how did you get that stuff on the consoles? How did that happen?
And it's funny you say that that's, you know, such a popular map and it's so crazy and famous. Like, to me, I was so frustrated with getting stuff on ModHub that it was just a quick throw together, put together the simplest, easiest map I could think of with the least amount of stuff and push it through and see how bad they would reject me. And it got made. Well, accidentally, I had some equipment left in there that I used for testing. So I throw some modded stuff in there instead of having a whole bunch of mods in my game. I don't have to sort through and turn on, turn off. I build them into the map, some, you know, edited XMLs and stuff. And when I submitted the map to Giants, I completely forgot about them, that they were there, and forgot to take them out. And next thing I know, the map released. I'm all excited. My Facebook is blowing up. Like, yo, I love the equipment. This is like so insane. I'm like, what are you talking about? What equipment? You know? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess there's stuff in there. Like, this is like unheard of. I'm like, oh, okay, whoops. I don't know. So that's kind of how I came to be. And then I was like, all right, well, let me see how far I can push this. And I started just making more XML edits, more vehicle edits. Just DJ had suggested, you know, let's do some spreaders with wide widths and bailers. I'm like, okay, well, I can do that. That's easy.
To be fair, I did not suggest 50 meters.
No.
nor did I suggest 250,000 liter capacities. I think it was like, yeah, do like 40 or 45 meter spread, maybe 10,000 liters.
If you're going to go big or go home, right? You know, I'm going to do it.
So that was completely by accident. That is hilarious. Do you find that for submitting mods to the ModHub, you have to have like a relationship almost with Giants beforehand? Like, you can't, it seems like the first time you send something in, it doesn't seem to work out. But then as you kind of slowly develop that relationship,
it does seem to go a little bit easier. And they always get rejected regardless. I'd be really surprised if anybody could get a mod through on the very first time. I'm sure it's happened, but there may be one person, I don't know. But it makes it easier when it comes back to you, and either it's vague or, you know, they're saying something that really isn't an issue, and you come back with a comment and saying, hey, this is blah blah blah, whatever, and it's oh, okay, cool, and they push it through. So it makes it a little bit easier to kind of get around things or with issues they may find that may be a software related issue on their testing platform rather than a problem with the map itself.
Now, how often do you find that you have issues as a map creator that's trying to, trying to put out an update? You've had Bucks County in testing for like 2 weeks now, it almost seems like. How frustrating is that at times? And are there times that are like mega exciting in the testing process?
I would say there's never a time when it's mega exciting. It's always frustrating submitting to the ModHub and waiting for that, because normally I've never had one take this long before. Usually, it'll sit there for a week before it goes into testing. But once it goes into testing, usually my turnaround has been like a day, 2 days tops. But this time, I don't know what's going on. But what's really frustrating with it is when it comes back and it's something like a translation typo. They want different words in there for the German translation. And they say, we want it to say this. I'm like, I just waited a week for this map to release, and the only thing you could find wrong is, you know, a word that they didn't like, you know, because of the translation. I'm like, that's what's frustrating. Now I got to copy and paste what they want in there and then resubmit it and wait for that whole process to go all over again. That's where it gets really frustrating. People are waiting, you know, it's like there's nothing wrong with the map. It's just my hands are tied. I'm stuck. So
no problem. That makes sense. So what was the release schedule for your maps you've had so far? Because you've got Eureka, you've got Blue Mountain, you've got obviously Bucks County. There was a couple other ones I thought I saw on your page. Was it Dairyland? Is that what the other one? You'll go through this for me again here.
There's a bunch. So like I said, I had a bunch of maps made up beforehand on my Google Drive. Yep. And Blue Mountain was my first that went straight to ModHub. I didn't have it on. Actually, I did. Correction, sorry. I did have it on my Google Drive, but it was a global company version. Okay. So everything on my Google Drive is built for PC, and they stay there. So they have multi-train angle, multi-fruit, their seasons, their Maze Plus, they have everything. They're fully maxed out, fully loaded, ready to rock. Yeah. And global company built into the maps as well. So all you need to download is global company. None of the factories, nothing. They're built right into it, which is pretty sweet.
I agree. I totally agree.
So Blue Mountain came out, and then I was like, all right. Then I started working on Bucks, and I got Bucks out. Now I'm starting to go back through all the other maps that I had previously built, and I'm getting those. And I started with Eureka. Now I have a couple more that I'm working on, as well as a brand new map that I'm building as well.
Is this the brand? I know there's been a few that you've shown off on live stream that are not out yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, one is the one of my first ones. My other first one is called Lazy Acres, and this is the one I'm working on right now to push next, which hopefully will be maybe next month or in a few weeks. I'm just polishing it up now. So this one is really cool. It's a lot like Eureka and the layout. It's flat, square fields, central farm, all that good stuff, but it has trains on it. And what's cool about this one is it has two trains on it. One running on the north side of the map, one running down the south side of the map. And they both start at the farm. So you can load from the farm, you can unload into the farm silo from the train, and then they hit every single sell point around the outside of the map. So you can just load them up there and take them out. And not only can you load grains, you can load wood, pallets, whatever you want. And they all will unload at each station, even the pallets as well.
4X, standard size? What's the
standard size? Everything I do is standard size.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Okay. Except for Red Dirt. Red Dirt County was a 4X map.
Yeah, it was.
But that was a custom special for Jimmy himself. He wanted that map.
Okay, so I would argue you're probably best known for Bucks County. How long did that map take you, do you think?
That took me 6 months, the first time around to the original release. And then to get it to the ModHub version, probably another 2, maybe 3 months.
Oh, that much longer to get to ModHub. Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, so it's a lot.
So you had almost a year ago, you started work on that.
Yes. Yeah, and I finished it right as the COVID hit. So right around like March, April, sometime around there. Then I started it probably like, I don't know, September, August, the year before.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a long time making.
Holy cow.
I had no idea it was that long for that map. I mean, there's so much detail in Bucks County, and especially for it to come to the ModHub. You don't see a lot of maps with that much detail. I can understand the big square field maps. They tend to be the ones that always tend to get through a lot easier. But with the amount of trees and the amount of detail, I mean, that's so hard on consoles a lot of the times. So I guess I can kind of understand that a little more now. That's interesting.
They're hard to build. That's what takes so much time is because of all the fields. You know, it's real easy to build. I mean, Blue Mountain took me, I think, 2 weeks to build that map. So it's just, if you're doing square fields and basic flat terrain, I mean, they're so simple. When you get into just the way that the structure is with making the fields, it's very difficult. And 60 fields, all a regular shape. I mean, that took me probably 2 months right there just on the fields. So
we got a question from chat, actually. Inspiration for Bucks County. Are you from the area?
I am. I live in Bucks County. Yep. Okay,
perfect. I would explain that.
Born in Montgomery County, but I live in Bucks, and it's real close to home. So, and awesome. What inspired me actually is Lone Oak. I loved that map, and that brought me back into. I actually got out of farming, Farm Simulator for a few months. Just got frustrated and bored, and and I played Lone Oak, and it just total game changer for me. So I wanted to do something very similar to that, but in my hometown. Yeah, trying to recreate that.
We had a question over here, which actually you can already get these. William says, "Love Bucks County. Is there any way we could get the sheds from your new map as mods?" Now, is that Bucks County? Or are you talking about Eureka?
I've had a lot of requests for Eureka buildings.
That's somebody else's sheds, aren't they? Or are those yours?
They are. That's CBJ Midwest Modding.
Yeah,
they're his sheds. Yeah. So I mean, if he wants to release them, or if he doesn't mind me releasing them, but I've gotten a lot of requests for those sheds to come out. So I might pass that info along to him and say, hey, there's a lot of requests if you want to put them out there. But a lot of people don't want to deal with ModHub, so we'll see.
How does somebody ask, do you use a random tree generator or do you place them individually?
Everything's placed individually. I've tried the generator. I actually did the generator on Blue Mountain Valley. It's a lot easier, but it places everything in squares, like blocks, depending on how big a radius you set. So you still have to go back and delete some over roads and areas that are cleared and stuff. So for me, it's easier and you get a more natural feel. The only problem is you get more floaters. It's real hard to go back and find the floaters.
That's one heck of a compliment from Nitro Dad right there.
Look at that. Yeah. Using your scaling for reference. And Nitro does some, I think, as far as detail goes, Nitro puts on the same amount of type of detail that you do. His is on the 4X map and nice. PC only. So I can't imagine how does that go to ModHub? I can't even fathom half the stuff that you guys have to do to make that stuff work out to go to ModHub. So yeah, kudos there for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But the other thing that makes that so why a lot of people don't do this such detail is Bucks County, just to give you an idea, slot count is over 500 slots just on the map itself. No placeables, no store items, nothing. And to put that in perspective, my other maps are around 200, little over, a little less. Yeah. So that makes a huge difference. And then people are always complaining slot counts. Like, well, now I'm adding placeables in there, and that's why that's so high, like almost 900, because there's just so much going on in it.
Yeah. I have a question about, Mr. Silly P.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what he's playing on Bucks or on Eureka Farm, and he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm loving that series.
as a map creator, what is it like having someone with the past, the history, the respect in the community like Mr. Silly P playing on one of your maps and playing it to the fullest and enjoying and showing off every piece of equipment that you worked hard to put on there? What is that like?
It's incredible. It's I really no words for it. It's awesome. It's what I love, it's why I do all this. It's just, and it's the ultimate recognition to have somebody like that be that involved and enjoy it that much. I'm like, that's great. I couldn't ask for any more.
That's so cool. That's one of my favorite series. I hate all mine compared to it.
Yeah, no comment. No comment at all on that. I'm the same boat as you.
He's doing awesome. He's a good member of the community. Is there anything right now that you're working on, or is there anything that you have been working on that you want to share? Maybe included or not included in our previous conversations of mods and stuff.
As far as that's the secret stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been trying. Everybody keeps asking me, can you get these mods out to ModHub, the equipment and stuff, so we can use them on other maps? And I'm like, I can't. Giants won't accept it. It's just, it's the way it is. It has to be built into the map. So I'm really trying to find a way to do this. So initially I took just a base game harvester and I rebranded it as a lizard and gave it some fancy paint jobs that you could choose from, like the Pterados 440 with the metallic paints and all, and gave it a quad track. Instead of just 2 tracks, you got 4 tracks. Trying to make it different because they said, well, there's already ones out there. We can't submit this. We don't want the similar items. So I'm like, all right, so I'll make it really different. and still came back same thing. You know, it's not different enough. There's too many similar items. I'm like, all right, let's try this. Let's make a whole pack, because I see a lot of factory packs and building packs from other maps, and let's put a pack together of all the equipment, and I'll call it the Eureka Farms equipment pack. And all it is just XML files. That's it. There's nothing in it. So I was like, this got to go through, you know? So and I actually got to pull it up here, the response. I submitted it, and it was literally not even a day that it took them to test this and come back to me. But so it says, we can't certify your mod. It says, please try and incorporate this directly into your map. We don't really see a need to release this as a single pack. Thank you. I'm like,
it's already on Eureka Farm.
Right. So I replied back. I resubmitted it, and I said, this is already incorporated into the map. I was like, I have a lot of requests to make this a standalone mod. Can we do this? I'm like, that's why I made it as an equipment pack. So that same day, boom, right after submitting it, nope, same exact response. Nothing changed. It's like they have the drop down to select from, and that's it. But so I'm trying to get something out there for everybody, whether it's a single equipment or an equipment pack or something, but it's not working. So, but reading this tells me that there's not an issue with it. It'll go through. They just don't see a need for it, because all they see is base game equipment. So when they pull it up, it's like everything from the base game. So it's like that. Why do you need this?
That combine you sent is anything but base game equipment,
right? That's what I thought. So
did you do the one with 3, or is it just the single?
Just the dual, because when I added 3 tracks on either side, it got really difficult to handle. So it was actually 6 tracks total on the front. And it was a New Holland CR 1090, so it was really cool with metallic red paint. I had matching header too that came with the pack that you could paint with it, and it did. It went like 80 miles an hour. It would harvest, I think, at 40 miles an hour, and it was insane. Like, it was just no torque, no nothing. It would hold 500,000 liters. It was awesome.
And I wonder why DJ liked this one so much. Weird. That's so strange. I'm just kind of confused.
It's as cool as you think it's cooler than you think it is. You look at it, you're like, oh.
And I'm waiting for you to try out that map I built for you too, to do some fun.
No, here's the thing. I keep flipping my trucks. It's a map, and it's basically like a what do we call it? Like skateboards?
Like skate park.
Yeah, like a skate park, but like the bowls that you go in and like go around the lip and like
it's got jump ramps.
But it's for tractors that go 1,000,000 miles an hour.
It's a full scale map of just a skate park. Like, the whole map is just one skate park.
There are parts where if you're not going fast enough, the back end of your tractor will just go, oh, yeah, and you'll flip over the top. It's not 90 degrees, but it's like 89 degrees.
I'll refine it for you. I figured that'd be a lot of fun.
It's so awesome.
I do have actually a question when you're building your maps, TNT. So we had MRG on here a few weeks back, and he talks about how he takes like a Google Map photo of an area, slaps that down, finds something interesting about it, and then builds directly over top of it. Is that similar to what you do, or do you kind of go more from scratch?
Initially, I did more. All my maps are from scratch, the exception of Bucks County and Red Dirt County. Okay. So Bucks was the first time I ever did a Google overlay, and it was really challenging. So it doesn't have the height terrain, but it has the exact roads and fields from that Google Earth image. Yeah,
and then the buildings, I guess, as well, right?
Well, no, the buildings, since I don't know Blender, I can't do any modeling. So I basically just kind of improvise. But 95% of everything, all the farms here are horse farms. Okay. Everything's equine or whatever, equestrian.
Yep, that's the word.
So there's a few dairy, a few sheep, but they're so small and they're so spread out. So I had to kind of just make things, and obviously there's no BGA or anything like that. So that's all made up. Okay. But the actual layout and the fields and everything and the main farm you start out is an actual farm. Okay. And an actual dairy farm. So
how did you come up with the terrain elevation?
Just kind of I don't know. Yeah, just make it look interesting. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So I wasn't sure how to make a height map based on that. Because Google only gets so far. Yeah. And the resolutions aren't good enough. If I was doing like a 4x or an 8x map, then it'd be a lot easier.
I do find that Box does actually have quite a bit of elevation change in comparison to a lot of maps that size. I find that you've made it so there's quite a few spots where, I mean, it's not like it's lots of steep hills everywhere, but everything does seem to roll. I mean, the trees and the buildings and the way you've got everything laid out does definitely help that. So
it is true to the terrain here. It's all by hand, and there's actually there's a few fields. I mean, you're driving down a road, and the field you're looking, and it goes, like 45-degree angle up. So there's a lot of rolling hills, and it's not mountainous, but it's hilly for sure. Yeah, nothing flat here.
You have successfully come in and won the hearts of a lot of console players, PC players alike as well. Your mods, your maps, things like that. Bucks County, especially, because Bucks County, from a guy like myself, I see PC mods or maps, and I see, all platform maps. Right. And I look at Bucks County, and you get on it, you're like, this is a PC map. Oh!
Yeah.
And it's on all platforms for you. And it's got all the crazy mods and stuff. It's got placeable buildings every single place, even though I apologize, I'm going to go and demolish all the trees immediately. But you've done so much for the console community and the people that just want to use some fun equipment. Right. And without even knowing it, you have single-handedly become a lot of people's favorite map creator, a lot of people's favorite modder, and your maps have become the only maps they play on because of those reasons. They're great maps. They've got fun stuff. And I get the chance to say on behalf of the community and everybody that's watching, thank you for what you've done, because it's just awesome. It's so much fun.
Yeah, cheers to you, my friend.
I really appreciate that. And, like it's completely unknowing, but it's amazing what happens by accident. It was a very, very happy accident. So
what equipment,
right? How much you talking about?
Anything, right? Just hide it under again. It's all good, man. That's fantastic.
Was there anything
they didn't even know about it? They must not even noticed it either.
I don't think so, because here's the thing: it's an XML that's in the map. So they're not looking for that. They're looking for, textures or anything like that's not correct. Yep. So that's fine. That's good.
Well, exactly.
It passes. There's no issue with it. We're good. So, but I'm sure somebody's caught wind of it by now. It's been a pretty good buzz, so I'm sure they know about it.
Well, I've made equipment videos on all 3 of those maps so far, and I know at least 2 people at Giants watch my videos.
Right.
So somebody knows about it. Fortunately, it's not the tester, so we're good.
Right.
TNT, do you have anything that you want to say before we take off and move on to the rest of the show today?
Just thank you for everybody for all the support and everything, and especially with being patient with everything going on, with the time it takes and the issues that I've come across with all the maps. I know there's been some things out there, especially with the roads, Eureka, animals, stuff like that. So thank you for being patient, and thank you for everyone who's done testing for me to help me out. It means a lot, and I appreciate it. I couldn't do this without you guys, so thank you.
TNT's the man.
Cheers, man. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. You're awesome. It's been good chatting with you, bud.
It has, for sure. Thank you, guys.
We're gonna move on to today's top. If I'm gonna leave you in my chat, if you just want to hang out and watch the rest of the show here, or whatever you need to do or want to do, bro.
That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Cheers,
much
buddy.
love, dude.
All right, take care, guys.
Did you have any notifications from anybody else, DJ?
I have not received any notifications. I am currently awaiting, but we can address the issue as it.
We just get. Can we have somebody? Well, let's get Trucker Matzy to do it. He's just sitting there doing nothing right now. He could do it, can he?
I don't. Like he didn't listen to the conversation this morning. I didn't know what was.
There we go.
I didn't know what was appropriate and what was not to share.
I love the fact that he was just sitting there waiting, like it's just stone cold, just sitting there in the back.
Whole time he's just sitting there like this.
Please, sir. Have a minute. Please, sir.
I was getting some drink.
Cheers to you, Trucker.
I didn't even see him get up. I got to be honest with you. He's right there.
All right.
You know, I sat in the back of the car for 12 hours, right? For the live
all right.
stream.
Should we address the issue, I guess?
All right, get out of here.
Get out of here. You need a shirt. Get out of here, Trucker Matsy.
All right.
Oh, man. Do we have any questions in the chat? Actually, yeah, we should have put that out earlier on. I apologize, chat. We should have put that up earlier on. But
we have had a couple super chats that you've had. If you want to address those real quick, I am going to hit up said person. You give me just a second. Tell them to confirm.
We got Jamie's taking the plunge and starting a channel. Nice. Congrats, bud. Do it.
That is a big step, and the easiest way to do it is to jump right in.
Connect Modding Group would like to have a chat, it sounds like.
Yeah, so Connect Modding Group, they are one person, and then they have multiple modders around them. They're very good people. They're very kind, and they are very, very, very kind people.
We would definitely be open to that, my friends.
And they've been super awesome. Sent me a bunch of really cool stuff to play with.
That sounds about right.
So I think that, yeah, definitely we would have to get them in here in the next couple weeks.
I did have a question for Trucker Matsy, actually.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right, get back in here.
Oh, boy.
Did Matsy not pack clothes for the sleepover? So we brought the birds.
Dude, all the clothes he brought, I have the same T-shirts because we both get our stuff from Walmart. The shirt he wore
this is getting so awkward so fast.
Yeah.
No comment.
We're gonna keep doing it. All right, get out of here. All right. So we are going to talk about OxygenDavid and Giants. As I mentioned in Farm Sim News earlier today, I will not be taking any type of side, and I know Clutch isn't as well. Be honest with you, I just wish I could ignore the whole thing and let it just happen on its own. But I can't do that because I have #FarmSimNews. So,
you have any documentation on anything, or are you good with what we got?
I do. Yeah, I've got some official stuff, but I don't want to speak on behalf of anybody.
I mean,
but
we could probably put out Oxy's last thing, but I mean, that's a lot of reading. You guys can go to his Facebook page and read what his last page is.
He had said the exact same thing into Giants. At least my understanding was. It seems that what we saw was only part of the email that was sent. It was acknowledged in their agreement as well, or at least a certain individual's agreement, that what was shared was A, out of context, but B, agreed that yes, it by itself, it sounds very rude. I said it's translated straight from German, from one of the testers, straight from German into English, and yeah, it sounds rude. There's a reason the rest of the world doesn't speak German, isn't it? So at the end of the day, it's as easy as I have the changelog. What should be fixed, actually, it's on PC, it's permissions for one mod, and on console, it is the copyrighted material. So the thing is, people say, well, it's just copyrighted material. Just let it through. Just let it through. PC can have it.
The world doesn't work like that.
Yeah, Giants PC, it's Giants game. They don't have to get in trouble for anything. They can do whatever they want in their game. However, to get through Sony and Microsoft, it has to pass things. They have to prove, like, yes, we have the rights for, Volvo. Yes, we have the rights to Samsung. Yes, we have the rights to Dodge and Chevy, Ford, whatever. So they have to provide documentation to Sony and Microsoft when they, or not when they submit it, but if Sony says, hey, your paper doesn't say you can do this, the game could be pulled. You could lose support for Farming Simulator 19 or 17, 15, whatever you play. That is the underlying issue here. So I think at the end of the day, there's a huge misunderstanding. Yes, it sucks. We're not saying it doesn't. It's absolutely awful. But I think it's more of a okay, let's do this. But I think that's it. But there could also be other things that Giants doesn't know. There may be things that Oxy doesn't know. There's definitely things we don't know. My biggest thing is I just want to stay out of it. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I have a great relationship with Giants. I have an amazing relationship with OxygenDavid. I think I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. But I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, there's nothing to be gained by picking sides on this one, unfortunately. So, or fortunately, maybe, I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess hopefully with some time, a little cooler heads will prevail.
Yep, it's my understanding is there's nothing, no matter what anybody has said or whatever. It's all good. It's all still good, at least from what I'm told. So we may return to that soon. Let's move on.
So do we want to talk about new mods then?
Yeah, we got some cool stuff this week.
Technically available right now.
Yeah, we smooth segue. you pulled that up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our mods for today that we're gonna talk about, unless you already have some.
I don't have Chellington up. I can probably find it pretty quickly. I'm sure I can.
All right.
You have it?
Yeah.
Then let's bring it up.
Word. Give me a second.
You said you had it.
Yeah, I do.
Speaking of which, here we had just a quick super chat. Thanks, man. Thanks, Dale. Cheers to you, my friend. As well, there's one other one, and William Taylor as well. Cheers, William. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us today.
I don't have it up.
Why not?
What? I mean, I'm not gonna finish it. I'm working on it. All right, I'm working on it.
Trucker Matt. That's fine too.
Trucker Matt, he's a stone cold killer right now. I don't know what in the world's going on, but Facebook definitely ain't working right now. F5. Oh, I don't even have an F5 button on that keyboard. Come on, man. Okay, here we go. All right.
Bye, Trucker.
Bye. All right. So they say, let's pull this up here. Welcome to the first update for Chellington Valley. This is on FSUK. I'm not an FSUK partner, I don't think. I don't know, man.
I definitely am not. So
I applied. I don't think I got it. So FSUK is proud to present to you OxygenDavid's first update for Chellington Valley, taking some of the best ideas from the older Chellington maps, and of course, the main farm, which always one of the favorites. Welcome to Chellington Valley. The update is version 1.1, and I can't find it nowhere. Where is it?
I saw it this morning. I thought you had it, so I didn't bring it up.
I thought this was the page. Help!
It's just on their Facebook though, FSUK, right?
Yeah. Help!
I can get you off that.
What's going on? All right, here we go. So Field 19 being free is no longer a thing. I never complained. I don't know if y'all did. Don't complain about freeness. Tip collisions have been tweaked. New save game or swap your tip collisions, which Trucker Majesty did this morning. Worked with them on that, also getting all of his farms and vehicles set. So that's easy to do if you're on PC. Collision in Field 16 has been fixed. Sign at the sell point back to front. You guys probably saw that. That's been fixed now. Remove the bin near Field 122. The issue with Pine Creek cow trigger. Autumnwood Farm Pit needs a tweak. A couple of gates need tweaking to move the opposite way. So that's all been fixed. They've also got fixed gate at 46. Track on Field 60 slight smoothing. That's all been done. Shed clipping at Ravenwood. Gate clipping Field 122. Road splines fixed near the back church of Chellington Town. And other small tweaks and fixes.
So the big news, I guess, is you've got it available. If you're on PC, you can download Chellington. If you didn't get it when it was first out, it's back out there again. So fsuk.com? No, it's on Facebook. FSUK Facebook, right?
It's everywhere. Just go to like my pinned comment from earlier today on the community tab or my Facebook or my Twitter. I shared all that earlier today. So that's on there.
Perfect. So I am definitely game. I know what that means. I can play it again now. That's nice. I like that.
Yep. So I'll be going through fixing mine as well later on today. We also have new mods this week. We have our top 5 mods for Farming Simulator 19.
Top 5? Are we at 5 today?
We only have 5, so it's the top 5.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. No one told me there's going to be a top 5. I can bring up. Do you want to start with the trailer? Is that where we're starting? Are we going to go in order?
Yeah. Let's do that.
I'm trying to find it. It's right here. Here.
Keep going.
Have I not hit it yet? I thought it was right here.
Honestly, I think you're too far at this point.
Yeah, I'm back to the update. Yeah, let's go back to 1. Back to 1. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
It was the day it released.
Thanks. You were there. It is.
Top left. Found it.
Ooh, found it. That's what we found it. We found it, guys. Boom. You know everything there is to know about this because, well, you and David have been chatting tons about this thing.
Actually, Trucker Matsy's had this for a little while as well.
I've had a copy of something. Not this one. No, never mind. Go ahead.
So this comes in 5 different rear configurations, whether they be opening doors or rolling up gate. You could do gates, doors that open up right there in that picture, or open up doors with ramps. You could also do right here, there's a lift gate in the back, which has a rolling door, which is so cool. You've also got a rolling gate by itself and a rolling gate with the wheel strap downs as well. There's multiple different liveries that you can put on there. It is a solid body or a soft body, meaning on the sides they will open and close individually, however you want them to do. There's 4 different compartments. It has straps. So you strap literally anything down that can be strapped down. The TLX will fit in it. You just shove it right in and be good to go, and it'll fit.
I don't know how he gets these onto console. I cannot believe he does this. Like when I watched him mod this on one of his live streams, and I don't understand. It breaks my brain
because it's awesome, and he's awesome.
So A2 Studios, congratulations on putting this out, man. Great looking trailer, guys. Go download this. That is the top of our list today, at least.
Nate,
I don't know. Is there number 5 through 1? I think this is still in there. Anyways.
Nate, unfortunately, the whole game's mostly unrealistic. I'm sorry, man.
There's only parts of realism in Farms. Let's be honest.
Realism.
All right, moving on. So the TLX trailer is out now for all platforms. Has been for a few days. I apologize. That sounded really rude, Nate. I'm so sorry.
But he's right.
But it's cool. It's a really cool thing. It may not be for you. And if it is, awesome. If not, that's okay too. It's all right. Yep. We are 2 years and 2 months, 2 full months, almost 3 full months now. With the game being out, we've got tons of options. You can choose whatever you want. It's really cool. And we have new mods coming out every single day. We had 30 today.
Yeah, there's tons of mods out there for all platforms now. So it's no longer just a struggle to find what you want, but this is just unique and something definitely different.
Speaking of not unique, but still different, is the next mod on the list.
Hey, look how fast that was.
Yeah. How did you do it so fast? Where's the button? I need the button.
I'm just that good. I am just the best driver in Farm Sim. I mean, what? Yeah, you know what? You guys, it's like, is it like the, you know what, the lounge over there with these 2 guys? I think this is kind of like, is it like the losers lounge over that way? I think it's the losers lounge still. It's kind of funny that you guys are together still. I'm just saying, you know what? I don't want to brag too much, but anyways.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, make sure you drop a like, drop a dislike on Clutch. Just get subscribed to my channel, unsubscribe to him immediately.
Put that out there. Just had to throw that out there because you know it was coming, right?
Man, I didn't like it still. Yeah, I'll let you have this one. This is a great mod.
Fantastic mod. Yeah, no kidding. Do we have... Yeah, I don't think we have anything that's by the Storm, that brand, right? That's available for...
That's a new brand. He tried to do J&H or JH and HG, and they said it was too similar to JM.
So too similar, because we do have something similar for PC along these lines, but I mean, this one has quite a few options, right? 5-wheel options. 3D tracks is an option, which is, for a bin this size, is not really common in the grand scheme of things, really. Nope. Like, you're not going to find that even on PC mods, typically.
Nope. But if you are on PC, you can find this because it is also released as of the other day as a J&M Grey car.
Is that your hype? I like your hype.
Hype.
4 main body colors. Too bad we couldn't get like any color, because you could have your toothpaste grain bin.
Toothpaste cracker.
That might be something. We should talk to JHG about that. Or rims.
You can change defense true. Whatever you want to
go. You can change whatever you want, I suppose, right? So there you go. Tons of options, though. I didn't know there's a pipe light. I didn't notice that when I downloaded it.
Yep. It's on the pipe. You can see it. It's right there. It's a light.
Why do I say anything sometimes? Anyways, there you guys have it. Go download this thing. I'm done. I got nothing else. I'm just gonna get made fun of when I say anything else about this.
And it's got an American flag. Let's go. Whoop, 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 whoop.
No Canadian flag though. I was a little upset.
I don't even know what the Canadian flag looks like. Sorry, that I apologize. It's a maple leaf in it, right?
Yep. Hey, look at you. You know your trees. Congratulations.
Man, I know like 3 trees and one of them's a Christmas tree. All right.
We do not need this in Star Orange. That is one color we do not need. Oh, it disappeared. There we go. We do not want a Star Orange grain bin. We're good. Broaders, we're good. We don't need anything else with it. Should we move along next?
Yeah. Custom modding snow plow. I
don't have that up. You have that up?
I will have this up once I don't click off of the yep.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. All right, so fans of the D11 dozer from NMC will be very excited to hear that you can use it to move all the snow in front of it. If you are driving around and you see snow and you say, I don't want that there no more, this is what you need. This is it's big.
Is that what you say when you see snow? I don't want that no more.
Man, I don't want that no more right there. Specifically right there. So it's just another use for this. A lot of people, when this came out, they said, that's awesome. But why do we have a bulldozer? It's got a 1 meter plow and it's got like a blade in the front, which can also plow. Why? I don't need that. Well, since they've released, this is what the third implement for this, something like that. So, I mean, yeah, let's just go to North Monica base. Check this out. So you've got the Dullbozer. You have
Dullbozer.
Double check that. Make sure I didn't say any bad words. You also have the NMC mulcher. Yep. And okay, so there's 2 things for the D11 dozer. Plus, you have the 3-point hitch in the back, the 1 meter finger plow, and the blade. Yep, it's awesome. Just go get it.
That ain't bad at all.
No, it is not.
I don't know if I've had any. Every time I've hit seasons lately, I haven't got snow. I haven't had a reason to go look for snow mods lately.
Nope. But this will give you a reason to go look for snow mods just so you can make the snow disappear.
Oh, I need to get more. I need to put the Snowy Lands mod back in, I think, and just mess with this a bit now.
Oh boy. Nope. We were going to be like back, a year and a half ago, whenever Seasons first released. I was like, Clutch, what's the console command to get rid of snow? I'm tired of this.
How much snow can we put in the game at once?
All right, now let's get rid of it all. What else is there? Let's see. The IT. Oh yeah, I added this. I'll talk about this.
This is all you. This one's all you, muchacho.
This is so cool. All right. So when I first showed this off, I said this is awesome, but I wasn't quite sure if it was as awesome as I wanted it to be. Yo, all right. IT Runner. You like IT Runner, right?
Love that.
I like IT Runner, but I don't use them very often because they're big, they're bulky, they're lazy, they don't do anything, and frankly, you can't put chickens on them. Well,
kind of like
they have. This Red Bull is really kicking in. So with this, you have customization over wheels, tires, body color, paint color, hook color. There's color options. It's awesome. Wheel options, which are awesome. And then you've got multiple different tanks on the back. You can use ones that are just fuel, which also holds milk. Don't do that.
Combination, but yep. All right.
This one that does milk and water, a little bit more realistic. Fertilizers does fertilizer and herbicide. Also slurry, so you can overload and offload slurry. These all have triggers and stuff built in them as well. Or you just be like me, buy one, the universal barrel. These are neat. These are very cool. You could either do 30,000 or 50,000 liters. Overload speeds a little bit slow at 250 liters a second. Most things are like 2,000 liters per second.
Yeah,
what is that?
That takes a while to load things up. That's for sure.
Yeah. They also have customizable wheels down here. So whenever you're offloading them, the wheels for the modules actually roll off, and you can customize the wheel options of the module itself to smooth or a. It's just really cool. And the fact is, you can use it with all the other modules as well. So you could hook up whatever you want. And it has a hitch in the back with PTO. You can hook a bunch of these up. It's just really neat. And I feel like if you're going to use one trailer, one IT runner trailer, that's the one that you want.
Yeah, it's tough to find stuff that have the PTO pass through. That's for sure. So that makes things pretty unique for sure, and gives you a lot more options and flexibility. That being said, I think most mods, even without that PTO, if they have the hitch on the back, they'll just tend to work.
Yep.
So
yeah, you don't really need it, but but it's there. All right, we have
we're in a PC mod.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Standing by.
Where is it? No. There we go. Oh, that's why is that showing through? Interesting. Remove. I added your screen. Your Discord showed up on my screen. Just a heads up on that one.
Oh.
Mercer County. PC map. MRG was the original one to have done Mercer County. Wow, get your words straight. And now it has been updated. Denise. I can never pronounce it right. Denise Farms. I don't know. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Denise. DJ, do you care to make fun of my pronunciations?
I would probably say that's Dennis.
It could be Dennis. It could be or Dennis.
Not Dennis. Dennis. Say it like a Southerner, real fast.
I'm not a Southerner. That's my problem. I'm a Northerner.
First County by Dennis.
I need to add an A at the end of it. Dennis A. Anyways, Enhancement Project. This was MRG's original baby. It's been updated now, and there is a ton of new features put onto it. Of course, season's ready. Of course, built-in geo, precision farming capable, new soil unloaders, new crops. What do we got for crops? You mentioned it. Soybeans, alfalfa, rye. Asked me to say the triticale. Thanks. There was a whole thing about it in one of our streams where everyone made fun of me the way I said it. New corn harvesting techniques and ear large and corn pickling. Or corn picking. I thought it said pickling. I was going to say you can do corn pickling.
Like a ritual as well. You all right?
I've got about 4 coffees this morning, so we're doing well. And of course, you got global companies, so I know you like that one, DJ. But the big thing, calves. We got calves again. So MRG has been trying to put calves into his map for a bit. This one now has calves in it. So that is one thing I need to mess with that. I don't know if I know Kaz 64's maps has got some calves in it. I think he's one of the only ones that I'm aware of that's really doing calves. So I do need to mess with that. If you're on PC and looking for a new map to play on, try Mercer County, try the new, it's over on Mod Network. You can download it there. I believe over on Facebook, they have links to it there as well. But Mercer County, I think I saw some people in chat earlier on talking about how good it was. So we'll give this a shot. I have not had a chance to mess with the new version of this yet, but man, might be something to play with at some point soon here. And then you can see all the, because they've taken some stuff from pretty much all sorts of other big name modders, from JS mapping to, who else did I see? NEFG, OxygenDavid stuff in here as well. So yeah, it's got pretty much all the good stuff. You guys want to check this one out for sure. Do we want to move on?
Yeah.
What do you got next? You got anything? Is it me?
I mean, I can pull it up. Yeah, give me just a second.
Was that the DB90?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So we talked about this in Farm Sim News a little bit. And by a little bit, in a 13-minute video, it was 2 minutes of it. So if you play on Xbox, sit down. If you're on PlayStation, sit down. If you're on PC, I mean, you get some water. It's fine. There's nothing crazy here. Kidding. This is all things that you've never seen in Farming Simulator before. Sit down. I
agree.
DjGoHam Modding is working on a new DB90 36 row. Isn't that the DB120? I thought the DB90 was like a not 36. Anyway, it's big.
I think it's 40. The 120 is 48, isn't it?
Don't look at me. I don't know nothing about it.
Pretty sure. I could be wrong. Someone in chat will yell at me if I got it wrong, but I thought that's what it was. But anyways, continue on.
You said the other night. 30-inch 2004 model year for all platforms. He says not only is it a good mod with base game programming, which don't make models or makes a model new. He says there's extended planter with features never made before in Farming Simulator 19. Every single row unit in the 36 row. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these has its own component, its own mass programming, its own fill volume. You're able to fill the planter by seed bags for every single row unit. Or you could do one whole thing in the trigger if you really want to, or a bigger seed tender as well if you'd like. It will affect the looks and everything. So while you fill the fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, herbicides, or just seed, that part becomes heavier. One out of those 36 parts becomes, or 32, whatever, becomes heavier. So if you fill one of them up more than the others, well, that one will become heavier, and you will see that in the ground whenever you're going a little too fast or too slow, whatever. The bouncing and the moving, it's going to move a little bit slower if it's heavier. It's going to bounce more if it's lighter. It's insane. You'll also be able to fill it up with 3 types of configurable fertilizers. So you'll be able to do seed, dry box, or dry box with liquid fertilizer tank, or all of those put combined. So you could do seeds, dry fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, and herbicides all, and use them at the same time for better field results, or combine different versions of each one. This is insane. You combine each ones to be the perfect thing. So when you're planting your seeds, when you're doing the with the seeds,
they don't make that noise though. They don't make that noise. Closer.
all of those, whatever you need in the ground, it puts it in the ground all at the same time. Moving 772 movable objects, 2,316 lines of configuration programming in the XML. It's incredible.
I'm curious to see the filling on this. Like, it's got to only be 1 point, right? He's not going to make us fill each individual pod up.
No, so you can either do each one individual, or you could just load the whole thing in one huge trigger.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You can see right there, seed and fertilizer hooked up.
Absolutely crazy. I'm curious to see how this one works out. It's going to be fun one to break, that's for sure.
Tank right there.
And then you've got the rear trailer as well for your fert tank if you want to drag behind as well, right? There you go.
You got your hitch. I mean, this is... I have looked at these pictures pretty extensively, and I don't want to stop looking at
them. Someone's making fun of our math, DJ. I think it was more yours. I had it right, so I don't know.
I'm not allowed to do math, so don't look at me.
It's just fluff. I don't think it's fluff and stuff. We don't really need to listen to them. It's okay. It's fine. You know what? I had it right. I guessed 48. I thought it was 48, and I was correct apparently, according to chat. So there's that.
They're not wrong. I'm terrible at math. So
yeah, same here.
We have some things that are upcoming as well. By the way, I'm stupid excited about this mod right here.
Oh, you're still talking about that? Okay.
All right.
We talking about PC mods? Let's talk about Terry Armstrong Jr.'s shed quickly here.
Yay!
Yeah.
Do that. I will pull up Sid next.
Yeah, I've talked a little bit about Harry Armstrong stuff before. I cannot remember the name of the shop for me, but it's there's a red shop that's out for PC. It's got an outdoor lift on it, 3 bay plus a large harvester bay on one end that he has done in the past. Absolutely love his shop. Now he's working on a new barn. He just sent me this the other day. And the big thing with this is just the texturing he's doing on this barn. I mean, I'll just scroll through some of these pictures here. You can see. So it's just a fairly straightforward barn. But I mean, just look at the textures he's got on it. So this is Harry Armstrong Jr. once again. Good friend of the channel, actually. But man, some fantastic textures he's putting in. Not just building cool structures, but putting a lot of work into the texturing on it to make it look realistic. I'm curious to see how this door works. Like if that's all animated, that's going to be cool. I love that rail on the top of the barn there. But the old barnwood style, I like the shed style here with on top the side of the barn. So I don't know what he's got for the interior. I don't see any pictures for getting up on top yet. I'm hoping there's a way. Knowing him, he's probably got some kind of a lift inside here that I don't see to get up top there. But anyways, so that's a new barn he's working on. Hopefully we'll see this in the next week or two. He seems to be pretty quick on this stuff. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't have a date on it yet, but hopefully in the next week or two, we'll see that. Did you want to move on to the next one? You're good?
Yeah, I actually have the rest of these pulled up, if that's all right.
Yeah, I'll fire over to you.
All right. Next, we have I guess now it is Sid Modding's 9030, the 9X30 series from John Deere. This was sent over from Stingcat Modding. I will tell you, there's been a bucket full of controversy with that, but ignoring all of that, Sid Modding now has possession of the 9030 model, and he's been working on Ace. He's been working on it really, really hard, as you can see here. Got the kind of the front and the back. And actually, since me and Clutch jumped into chat together, he's already posted something new about this. He says they're getting close to finishing the model. How do you like it? Let him know in his comment section below over on Facebook. He says he invites you to like his work. Oh, that's the... He's got PayPal and Patreon. Check that out. Support the modders that you love if you want to. But here's the model. You can see we've got the quick hitch on the back. It's going to be a massive machine. Something that a lot of people have wanted to see. Everything they make is for all platforms. I don't know anything about the X9 at this point. I imagine he's probably set it aside because people keep asking about it. But
that's probably a very good reason. I'm surprised we haven't seen an update to it to be finished off yet. I was expecting to see the customization update to be out by now, but
now I know that they're working on the headers. To be fair, I know they're working on the headers.
To be fair,
and to be fair, 5 days ago we got an update showing it off in different places and also showing off the different tanks and everything as well. So it's still being worked on. It's just not the thing we got updates on yesterday and today.
Not the focus for the last part of the week here. That's all.
Yep. A-Dub.
You want to give A-Dub a quick shout out? I think we can give A-Dub a shout out.
Yeah. A-Dub's over here. Somebody drawing pictures. They did a good job. Yeah. That's nice. Oh, that's us. Look at that. He shared a video. My man.
I've got it up on my screen too if you're looking for it.
Man, I can't find it. Yeah, it's all you.
But just, I don't know what his plan is with this yet, but A-Dub's been back to modding again. So you never know with A-Dub what's going to come out next. I guess this is your latest project, my friend. I see him in chat. Cheers to you, A-Dub. Can't wait to see it. I love the Skidoos, though. I've got, who's made the last one? Oh, I can't remember who the one is now. I'm trying to remember the name of the modding company that's got it. But anyways, there's one or two of them out there right now. I'm game for some other ones that maybe handle a little bit better, potentially, or maybe are just absolutely bananas crazy, knowing A-Dub. Yeah, I'm game. Oh, how high can we get this thing in the air is going to be the question. Is it going to have, I don't know, maybe we could put the Bobcat track on the back of this. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, A-Dub's got a Skidoo hopefully coming for us at some point soon. It looks pretty cool.
I hope so. We've got two more things. One, I actually want to swap the upcoming mods with a talking point real quick, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, your thing.
This is something that people have been pointing out, so we will address it. I didn't talk about it in Farm Some News. I just kind of wanted to, I wanted to give David some peace and privacy with this. I didn't really want to talk about it, but David Clark will be, GeForce Modding, as some of you guys probably know him better as. He's going to be archiving or deleting his Facebook group here soon, because he is going to be taking a break. Says, I want to thank everybody for the love and support. Life has changed a bit, and he no longer has the time to mod, let alone even use his brand new Z490 with the 10600K. Beautiful computer right there. Says he may continue on little things quietly, but for the time being, GeForce Modding is out of the game. He's sorry that this is the way that it has to be, but he's working 12 to 14 hours a day. He's helping support his family. And we can both understand where you work so hard. He's like, man, I just don't want to do anything right now. Just want to be near the people that you love and leave it at that. So that is something that's happening. We give our love and support over to GeForce and his family. I don't care if he's playing Farm Sim or not. I just want him to be happy and feel the love. That's all.
Fair enough. It seems like that's a bit of there's a bit of a, I don't even know what it is lately, but it's just a bit of a thing with the modding community right now where it's been a retraction going on. So I think everyone just has to stay positive here. We got a ways to go still. Hopefully we have just get some positivity come the summertime here, and maybe some inspiration with either new DLC or a new game or whatever else may come down the line. Would be nice to see something with some new positivity towards the series itself. But it seems like right now everyone's just kind of retracting a little bit. I think the last 2 years, if you've been modding from the get-go, I can understand the mental break kind of required right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, we get it. It's January as a YouTuber. It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not. And we do have another thing. Very exciting. I actually don't know how much I can share now. I have not signed any paperwork yet, but yeah, Richport is a thing. It is a new American map being made by White Ball Modding. White Ball Modding are known for making small but highly detailed maps. Absolutely beautiful, incredible things that they do, as well as their equipment. Most of the things they do is small and Slovenian.
that sounds about right. Yep, that sounds about right.
But this is different. It is a big American map. Now, I don't know how big the map is, but I know that the equipment that they have shown is big. I know that the map they have shown is big. And it has the stereotypical big red barn, which I am all for. I don't even care if I can't put anything in it. Just stick it right in the middle of my field and make it happy. So you can see, I mean, beautiful map around. They've done a good job. I am excited to see what they do with this. You can see the type of equipment they have and how much room is available in the middle of all of this. So this is, I imagine, going to be quite an extensively sized farm. So I believe this was the first screenshot that we got. Yeah, that was the first screenshot that we got of it. So I have talked to them. We should see more Richport on my channel sooner rather than later, hopefully.
Looks, is it a 4X or is it 2X, right? Or regular size?
I'm talking about it. Come on now.
I know. You never know. It might have been. I was fingers crossed.
Yeah, right. Looks like
I got something we can talk about if we want to talk 4X maps quickly.
Okay. All right.
It's not even on the list. It's not even on the list, but I do shout outs for this one pretty much every stream. So we're going to do it again. Nitro Dad's in the chat. So we're going to show off more pictures. He keeps on posting pictures and I keep on losing my mind every time I look in my Discord. So this is all in the Discord channel, actually, for you if you ever wanted to see some of these. But this is the latest map he's working on. I can't say the name of it, so I'm not even going to try right now. He's going to have to give me a pronunciation lesson, let's be honest. So it looks like, now, if I remember correctly, 2 town sites, or is it 3 town sites he said on this one? But some of the new models he's got on, I think we showed this one off last time. I can't remember if we showed this off. It was one of my streams. A whole custom-built complex. Look at that. That is ridiculous. We're going to keep on moving on down. We got a little mini mall. Some of the interesting structures he's got in here. I'll let you try and read them for yourself, but there's an H&R block I can see right off the top of my head. I don't know if the Planet Fitness is getting much use right now, but anyways. Let's see. What else we got? There's the Planet Fitness. Look at this. Oh, how bad. There's a GameStop. Does anybody want to do some investing? I don't know. Should we do some investing in GameStop? Is Nitro the one that spurred this on? Maybe it was him.
Must have been.
Here, so some rocks. Let's keep on going down. Is the river going through? Oh man, dude, so much detail in your maps. So, anyways, we're about a month out, I believe. Nitro, is that what we're at right now? Same one. I think we're getting pretty close to about a month out for the release of the map that I cannot pronounce. He was planning on having this out late February, early March. So, fingers crossed, guys. We'll see. You know, if you're not familiar with his maps, go check out Georgetown or Hazard County. Yeah, those are the maps. Absolutely love his maps. So hopefully we'll keep tabs on this for the next few weeks, and hopefully it comes out soon. We'll see. I'm loving it though. Cool, man. Keep up the good work. And for more pictures on this stuff, you can check out the Discord. He is posting pictures in the Farm Sim section of our Discord channel pretty much daily, it seems like right now. So excited to see where it goes from here, man.
I don't know how he does what he does, but it's real
that's
good.
What I said. Like we're talking about TNT today, and I kind of compare like Bucks County to Georgetown in a sense, the way the details are. Now that being said, there's no way Georgetown could, even if it was a 2x map or a standard size map, I don't think the optimization that would have to happen to that map to make it over to console would, I don't even know what would be required to do that. So I don't know how TNT does that, but Nitro puts that in a 4x map, so it's an absolute gorgeous map, and it's just ridiculous on how much content and variety of stuff you have in a map. I don't know how he does it. So anyways, cheers to you. And Nitro's in the chat. You guys make sure you guys say hi to Nitro. He's in the chat there hanging out.
I think everybody's saying, hey, A2 Studio right now.
Oh, A2 Studio's over here as well. Yeah, of course he is.
I was told he's going to be starting streaming a little bit later, so if we go over a little bit, that is okay today. I have not received any information from our guest.
Oh, we can do it next week.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's not like anything's going to change between now and then. Everybody's just going to be crazy.
We might have to do that stuff at some point in time for sure.
So do we have any quick questions before we bring in our special guest?
Is there an echo? Did you just say an echo with a special there?
I said special twice. It's double special.
Okay, I thought there might have been like a bit of an echo going on there. That's all. Oh, okay.
Special.
You have to special.
Wait, did you hear that?
Special.
Oh. This is like all I got right here.
Special. Yeah, that's not very good. It doesn't even work. Yeah, any questions from chat about anything we've talked about today, or anything farm sim related, or maybe even DJ Clutch, or even Trucker Matthew related? What's what? Wartburg? What's Wartburg? What am I missing?
Wartburg.
I'm gonna go talk then. What's Wartburg?
It's a map. Probably.
I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, well, it's because you don't know anything about it.
Did you want to talk about it?
I don't know anything about it. It's Redbird. I like saying it. It's fun.
Yep. All right, never mind. I don't know.
David Moorebrook has a very, very good question, and I can address it. He says, with the Chelly situation, Oxy is a modding for Mod Hub. So maybe if you speak to Giants, I have. Giant, it is what it is. We're hoping to talk to them tonight. Maybe ask them if they could fix the issues. Giants aren't going to touch anything you send them to tell them, can you fix this? They're going to say,
that's not our job.
Yep. And it's not. If you're a modder, fix your mod. If it's broken, it's your fault. Fix your mod.
Now, they are not a massive corporation of people waiting hand and foot to edit your mods. That's not the way it works. It's your mod. You have to do the work for it, and they will help promote it for you once it's to the point where they can do that.
Yep. And here's the thing, too. You got a great map, mod, whatever. We support you. We love it. But Giants has the job. And they want you to submit your mod, but they want to make sure that it passes. It has to work. It has to be right. Here we go. Here's something controversial for you. Just because you think your mod is amazing doesn't mean that it is. I just burned a bunch of bridges with that statement.
Oh boy. Ouch.
Yeah. But it's true. It's true. There's a lot of things that I do that I think are just absolutely amazing. And guess what? That dislike button just goes through the roof. And I say, all right. I suck it up.
They're just confused.
Yep. But it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. When you make something, you don't want to, you want people to like it. And I totally
understand that. I understand that. The answer, I see Oliver's posting much. Possibly, I might be. We'll see. I haven't figured things out yet. We're trying. Do we want to bring Trucker in? If we have any more questions, guys, feel free to ask. But I think we better bring our special guest in.
I got called out real quick. I got to address this as well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he posted it there. I'm not saying it is your fault. And honestly, I don't have an answer for that. I have done a good job and backed myself into a deep corner. And I get it. He says, if the tester does not detect an issue the first time, neither the second nor the third, then it is our fault. If
I don't have an answer for that one.
If it passes, I mean, obviously, if it passes the first, second, and third time, and then there's a problem with the exact same thing that keeps passing, no, that's definitely not the modder's fault. It shouldn't have passed in the first place. I don't want it to be anybody's fault. Man, I'm a shut up.
Yeah,
real quick.
Keep on putting the foot in the mouth. I'm the same way. I don't have to worry about it as much as you, at least. But good to see you, David. Cheers to you, bud. But you managed to get his foot in his mouth. Congratulations, David. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
How good can I hide?
You keep on trying.
Not well.
Keep on trying.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, here come the emails.
I don't know. I got a question from Glenn asking if you're talking about maybe the trophy mod.
Get out!
I don't know if you're talking about that.
Get out of here!
You guys both have a copy of that, right? Just so you can put it up on your mantle in game. Just making sure. Just want to make sure you've got a copy of the trophy.
I didn't until last night. I purposely not downloaded it. He accidentally, on purpose, downloaded it on my computer.
Thanks, Trucker. Appreciate that. If only I could put like a virus into it so it's like auto-launched every time into whatever map he was in.
Wow.
That'd be perfect. Make that happen. That would be great.
I don't think you have a problem with that after me trying to, hand pick a few mods to turn off when I'm doing a mod testing list. And next up, new mods for all platforms. Yep. Oh, come on. Whereas there a New Holland with unlicensed Ford decals. How did it pass? I don't know.
That doesn't make sense to me either. Like a certain Mustang they got through as well. I'm surprised we ever saw that.
2 games in a row.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
That is in a portion of things where I'm like, I don't know. We have it. Whatever. I'd rather have more mods than not enough. It's
H2 Studio.
A2, you're awesome. Good to see you, David.
David says, "I'm so sorry." I'd rather you give me crap first. That way, people are like, "All right." So at least somebody talked to
someone. Yeah, someone talked to him about it at least, right? Right, live and stream. Perfect.
Thanks
like
for
it.
sending me those pictures earlier today. That was so cool of you, David. That was really awesome. That was so nice. I didn't even ask for them. You sent them over still. That was so cool.
I think. Do we want to talk about the trucker about anything?
Yeah. Let's see what it was.
I got a question for you.
Yeah. Why aren't you using my computer?
I think trucker, this is for you, isn't it?
Because my GPU's better.
I think someone just wants to know exactly who the best driver in Farm Sim is.
I'm the best driver in Farm Sim.
I think William's asking, just wants clarification.
I'm the best backwards driver in Farm Sim.
Okay.
Again, false.
He's the best trucker in Farm Sim until we do the thing in a week or two.
I did like his comment how we didn't have any trucks or anything for backing. It was all tractors. So
yeah. Why is trucker and we don't use any trucks? What the heck is up with that?
He says, third best driver in Farm Sim.
Do we have any more 3-meter cultivators or Polish placeables? That's a good question.
Yes.
DJ, do you have anything to comment on that?
All right, so we haven't had any Polish stuff yesterday. Today we got an update of Polish houses. We still have some stuff in testing right now. We did receive a 4-meter cultivator and a 2.1-meter cultivator today. However, I'm sure 3-meter cultivator could be in testing as soon as next week.
I would like to see a count on how many 3-meter cultivators and plows we have in game now. There's got to be like 100.
Anybody want to take a look?
I'm curious to find out. Someone's going to do a count at some point in time. I think that'll be like the fun joke we have. How many you should put that on your little board behind your head every time. And 10 3-meter cultivators in the last week.
You can't see, but I have clear tape all over this thing so that those letters don't come off. I also don't know where the other letters are anymore.
I lost mine. My kids were playing with mine, so it's stuck with pitter patter from now on.
Yeah.
I know my letters are. They're in the bag in the truck.
Yeah, but they ain't nothing on a sign right now.
Well, the sign's ticking down.
Ow.
I'm turning the truck in next week, so yeah.
I like how David Williams calls us the Three Stooges, but at least I've got his picture up on my screen now, so he fits right in with the three of us, which is
Larry, Curly, Mo, and David Williams.
I think David Williams fits right on in. I like that the picture comes up of his thumbnail. Thanks, David.
We love you. We love you. What about some Brazilian stuff? Man, it seems like everything coming out with the Brazilian stuff is pretty darn good right now. That's like one after another.
System is amazing. I love that.
Cool. Now we got 2 more. Mm-hmm. We got 3 total. 1 million, 3-meter, or 3-meter. Great. 3 million, 5 million. What happens when you add more? 10 million, 30 million. What's the number higher than 30 million? 31.5 million.
50 million. I have
50 million. Yeah.
I was confused. We got the wood silo with 10 million, and that one is 5. I'm confused on the size ratio thing.
57 million. That's a higher number as well.
We can talk. Actually, someone's asking. Damien's asking about new trucks for Farm Sim. For PC, there's a couple of new stuff on Mod Network. If you guys haven't been checking it out, we can pop that up on screen for a second. Actually,
yeah.
Just check your trending this week list is probably a good way to do it. Peterbilt 340, not a bad truck there. This one here has got some interesting wheels. I wouldn't recommend that one right now. It's an interesting look to it, but it doesn't drive all that great. Also, I totally forgot to mention this. Harry Armstrong Jr., once again, the same one that did the barn that we're talking about. If you check out actually the $10 million farm, we're using all 3 of these buildings. So if you want some other cool buildings that are done by him, they're right here on the Mod Network under trending right there. What else do we have this month? Oh, well, of course, Buck. We got Buck's Kenworth T600s out, a whole sorts of vehicles. Just go down to the trending list here on Mod Network, guys. If you're looking for pickup trucks and that kind of stuff for PC, you're going to find all sorts of cool stuff on there. This is the stuff for the month. The Western Star as well, once again, done by Buck. Yeah, check that spot out. That's where I would go for that. So this is where I usually go to find, if I'm looking for a new truck of some kind, just hit the old trending button up here. Let's see if we can bring it up. Trending today, trending this week, and trending this month. And you're bound to find something that's kind of cool for PC, that's for sure. There might even be an okay used mod there every once in a while. Just saying. Just saying.
And if you are on console and you are wanting to, see maybe another semi-truck being created, hopefully being submitted, unless it's already been submitted, in which case I'm so sorry I did not watch the stream yesterday. You get A2 Studio and his TLX 9000 rigid body. This is going to include multiple different modules, trailers with the modules on them. You can't take them off. The trailer just kind of is what it is. As you can see right here, we have the rollback module. You saw before you had the tipper module. Of course, this is the TLX 9000.
Hashtag realism.
Hashtag realism for sure. We already looked at all those. So the TLX 9000 rigid body is being, as far as I know, currently being worked on, and you can also watch him mod this live today as well. He's got some really cool stuff that's going to be happening. Oh yeah.
Once again, you will not see any of those trucks on Xbox. I know there's a couple of people asking. Anything on console, of course, if it is branded with a certain brand, you're not going to see it come over that way, unfortunately. Or even if it's designed similarly to that brand, you're just not going to see it. You got to go talk to A2 Studio about making something different. Then that's the only way it's going to work out, because he seems to be the only one that can do it right now. So cheers to him.
And one of the most insane things is I've never seen any other modder where you could literally in any day jump on a modder's channel, not know who they are, not know who you are, and say, "What about this?" And the next day, yesterday in A2 Studios live stream.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Jace the man asked about blah, 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 blah. Well, you won't believe what A2 Studio did next. Outlaw, speaking of, the Outlaw's on hold right now. Ta-da! That's all I know.
Only on hold. Yeah, I think I heard that yesterday. Yep.
And Farm Some Notes, baby.
That sounds right. That might have been a show I might have watched. I don't know who does that show, but whoever does it, they seem to know their stuff.
It's a tag team effort this week.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You got anything to say over there?
Not a whole lot. You guys are pretty much taking the show, so
it was the Farm Sim show, not the DJ and Clutch show. Well, I mean, it's with DJ and Clutch. It's different.
Right.
I don't know what you got going on over there. Talk about your
Oh yeah.
Oh, that doesn't work at all. That doesn't work.
My continued
zoom in.
MBK map craziness.
Let's talk about your setup. What you got going on.
That's a bad angle here.
That is a nice angle. I like that. Oh. Hide your shame.
Creeping over there. Hold on. I think we can do better. There we go.
Nice.
No, I'm not gonna. PG.
Yeah, I don't need one of those shirts at all. Glenn, I'm good. I really don't need one of those shirts. Oh.
Whoa, how do I get that one?
That was awkward. That was super awkward. For those who missed that, that was just, I'm pretty sure I saw DJ's learning.
I got my teeth cleaned this week, so at least I got that going for me.
We just saw DJ's soul. I think we just saw DJ's soul. I think it was more than that. Oh man. I think we can probably wrap things up here, guys.
I'm never sure I can ever picture that. It's gonna be one of them days. Yep. All right, so what do we got going on today? I know A2 Studio is going to be live streaming. Clutch, whichever way you are.
Maybe tonight. We'll see. If it's not tonight, it's Saturday night. I can't figure out if I can make things work tonight, but we're going to try.
Chaka?
Yes. What are you doing?
I hope we're not doing anything tonight.
No, not tonight, but maybe something tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. We're going to get steak tonight.
I like steak.
And I also have to maybe rent a couple servers and put some maps and mods on them. Oops, hadn't done it yet.
I'm trying to get mine if you're looking for a server. Just saying.
Hold on. renting too.
No, there's a link in my description for servers in case you're looking for a server.
Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna get G Portal. Is that right?
Well, you want to go?
G Portal actually contacted me before I had 10,000 subs, and they're like, "Hey, we'd love to give you some service." And I was like, "No, I'm working on Toronto right now."
Go to G Portal. I'm telling you, it's where it's at.
So I'm gonna get some Nitrato servers because I'm just hard-headed as can be.
But I think we're good. I think that's about it. We'll let DJ figure out a server issue, and I'll keep on running fine on my G Portal servers. Oh man, Trucker, thanks for hanging out with us, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that's all I got today. For me, I think that's all you've got from whichever direction you're in.
I think that is pretty much all I got, dude.
That's the Farm Sim Show, baby.
You guys follow us on all the social stuffy things. Also available on podcast form if you just want to listen to us and not see us, of course. But I think we'll call it a day. We'll be back next week, Friday, Saturday.
Hopefully Friday, because next weekend is my weekend off from doing live streams, so there won't be a live stream next weekend. Whole lot of football. We got the the big football game, Super Bowl next Sunday. Let's go Chiefs! Because I don't want the other team to win. Boo, Brady. So that's all I got, man. That's all I got.
Sweetness. Well, you can find Trucker Matthew's channel in the description of my video as well. But I think.
And A2 Studio is going live, I think, momentarily.
All right, we'll go check out A2 Studio.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. The other guy that was in here, TNT, thank you for joining. Much love. Big loves up. Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend. And yeah, we'll talk with you guys soon. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Peace out. Farm Sim Show, baby. The Sim Show.